The crypto market just nuked completely, and now we're starting to pay attention. The talks and the chatter over on X pronouncing that the bull run is cancelled and that alt season isn't always going to occur. And I'm sure that there may be likely going to be a whole lot of the ones you recognize feedback in this video as well, but we've got lots to talk about. So welcome to the channel, all of us. My name is Nick. For those that are new to the channel, hope you, by using the cease of this video, you do come to be a subscriber. So is the bull run cancelled and is alt season completely finished? We're never going to enjoy every other one. You understand is that this cycle completely distinct as nicely. All of those questions will be responded. Number one, sure, the market's simply nuked completely. There's no sugarcoating this. All coins are becoming slaughtered. I haven't even checked out my portfolio because I understand that I'm broke. Listen, I'm negative in that portfolio. I'm certain that it is down, you understand, 30, 40, 50%, who knows, right? But you understand, as we simply examine this space, am I without a doubt down that an awful lot? No, because listen, I sold loads of my crypto during the undergo market lows. And I recognize that not all people had that possibility. However, as we observe XRP today, it is sitting at approximately $2.13. I could, as an alternative, take XRP at $2.13 than 30 cents or 40 cents. Or even supposing we go all the way back to Love 2021, when it become right down to 17 cents for the duration of the SEC lawsuit announcement. I would lots as an alternative at $2.13 XRP. But it is now not simply XRP, right? We did hit the lows at round more or less $1.94, $1.95. XLM dropped underneath 30 cents for the primary time in a very long time. If we surely have a look at this chart, the ultimate time that it become trading around that changed into lower back in just like the stop of November. HBAR also below 20 cents. First time when you consider that going all of the manner returned to like across the end of November, and then additionally ADA dropping all the way down sub 60 cents. I mean, this is very large price movement. All right, we're seeing a big, massive nuke of the marketplace, even Bitcoin dropping down to approximately 92.5K. Is this the lowest? That's what every person desires to know. Okay, and no person's going to have the ability to name this perfectly, but I will say this, we need to maintain these lows. We do now not want to lose the lows. Going lower back here to just like the middle of January, sitting around like 89.4K roughly. We do no longer need to lose that. We need to preserve those lows. If we do lose that, then we're maximum probable going to go to the mid to low 80K variety. Now, at the identical specific time that we're looking at that, you realize Bitcoin dominance has been surging up over, you already know, 60%. Fear and greed sitting at 39 in fearful stages for the first time, considering the fact that going all the manner back right here to October. So is this one large sell-off, or is that this something tons bigger to be concerned about? Well, numerous what we are seeing right now could be a combination of inner and external elements. And what do I imply by way of that? Well, primary, we noticed the tariff announcements. We've been listening to a number of talks about tariffs on the, you recognize BRICS countries, however, then the large one lately become Canada. So we introduced a 25% tariff on Canadian goods. And this initiated, you recognize Canada also, you realize, hitting us back. I mean, whilst we absolutely reflect on consideration on what's happening right here, we are beginning to see a exchange warfare breaking out. It's a change conflict, and those tariffs are going to motive loads, extra panic, possibly in the markets. We might have a bit extra of a promote off. We may chop a chunk. But is this the give up of the bull run? Is the bull run cancelled? Is all season cancelled? Well, in case you agree with that, then you trust that this cycle is completely specific. And I've been seeing plenty of human beings pronouncing the identical precise component. But wager what we heard again in 2020 to 2021 as nicely. We heard that this cycle is distinct. And at that point, it became a completely bullish distinction. It became the reality that we had been going into a wonderful cycle. I do not accept as true with that this cycle is one of a kind for many reasons. And I will percentage with you men on this video why I don't agree with that this cycle is one of a kind. Now, over right here, we also have 1,000 million in crypto liquidations as Bitcoin falls below 96K. We did see plenty extra liquidations. I think it turned into actually well over, like $1 billion or so. To the declaration of price lists, I individually believe this market full sends a whole lot higher this year, and old coins will revel in alt season, not each vintage coin, of course. But most of the vintage coin marketplace need to. I need you all to recognize that we will maintain to have sizable sell-offs even within the middle of a bull run. We watched because the marketplace had more than 130 plus, percent shakeouts even returned in 2020, 2021, 2017, and even 2018 and former cycles as properly. But you already know those have been just like the two principal ones. Never believe weekend rate action. I will say stocks will most likely plummet upon open the following day, dragging crypto down with it. This can be a possibility in Hyde as it is even now. In some weeks, none of this fee action will depend, much like how the 2020 COVID crash would not count and the way the Luna and FTX crash doesn't matter as properly. Don't lose awareness at the goal. This cycle is not one of a kind than any of the previous ones for my part, and I see this marketplace hitting $7 to $10 trillion in market cap earlier than we pinnacle. Enjoy the display. I recognize I will. Now here we have the three charts. This is the Bitcoin dominance chart. This is the entire, and this is also the full three. Now, if we look at all three of those, similar to I did say in yesterday's video, we've three bullish candles in a row, observed by means of the fourth one being very bearish. We are since closing important push upward on Bitcoin dominance, for my part, earlier than we've that massive sell-off. This fourth candle that we are currently buying and selling in for the year of 2025 need to be that bearish candle to the lowest. In terms of the entire, we are at the 0.33 bullish candle, much like back in 2017, 2018, and 2020 into 2021, where this candle that we are trading on, which is the 12 months of 2025, need to be very bullish. And the same is going for the total three. If we're following the 4-year cycle, now on top of this 4-year cycle, we could also blend in Bitcoin to that, because Bitcoin's third 12-month candle right here that we're currently buying and selling in must also be very, very bullish. Now, diminished returns is clearly a huge thing, and it's far definitely a issue that everybody needs to be targeted on. We did have a 144% circulate to the upside on that third bullish candle for Bitcoin. And if we are thinking about that, even if we did have a nice 70% candle, to have that during one half, we need to hit approximately $154,000 on Bitcoin this cycle. So again, I still trust that we're going to have a very massive push to the upside, and we should not go a great deal lower than we are at right now on Bitcoin. But we surely must watch closely due to the fact something is possible. However, I'm still waiting for a much large flow to the upside on Bitcoin. And in phrases of Bitcoin dominance, yes, I do suppose that, if we clearly study this element on the each day, this ought to be our last fundamental push to the upside on Bitcoin dominance right earlier than the big fireworks. And I need to proportion with you men that, because allows move all of the way here to 2020 into 2021. We also saw something very similar on Bitcoin dominance back in 2020, proper before the massive fireworks happened. This is precisely what I'm looking forward